I'm about to show you how to legally hack the system and build your credit even if you have zero credit history. Most people don't start building their credits until their mid-20s and 30s, but by then you've already wasted so many years of financial growth that you could possibly have. But you're about to skip the mistakes and get ahead of the game. I'm talking about credit cards that work even if you've never had a job, a loan, or a cosigner. These cards pay you to build your credit with cashback and they have zero annual fees, so it's the best of both worlds. You cannot lose with these credit cards unless you don't pay them. I'll break down which ones are worth applying for and how to use them to go from 0 to a 700 score in less than a year. And the best part is that this strategy helps you get your first car, even though I suggest you never finance a vehicle, but it helps you get your first apartment, and it can even get you into the real estate game without ever needing a parent or a cosigner or a partner, any of that. These 5 credit cards are designed to help you get approved right now, and they give you cash back on every single one of them. And if you stay into the end, I'm going to give you a step-by-step method that'll get you from a 0 to a 700 plus credit score in less than a year with no fluff, no BS, none of that. You need to understand that credit truly matters, and most people don't start to build it until it's already too late, when they're going to apply for a loan, when they're going to apply for a rental. By then you're ready to miss so many years that you could have possibly been growing your credit to be able to help you get to the point where you need to get to. First up is Chase Freedom Rides. It's made for people with no credit history, and you can get approved right now if you're at least 18 years old. You'll earn 1.5% cash back on everything, plus you get a $25 bonus for setting up auto pay, which I know isn't a lot, but it's definitely something to get you started. And if you have a Chase account, your odds go way up for getting an approval because it looks at your banking history. Definitely a great starter credit card if you want to stick with Chase long term. It's definitely one that I started with. Number 2 is Discover It Secured. With the secured credit card, you put down a deposit, typically about $200, that you can use that as your essential credit limit. You earn 2% cash back on gas stations and restaurant, and 1% cash back on everything else. Discover will double your cash back, and they'll upgrade you to an unsecured credit card in the first year. Number 3 is Capital One Quicksilver. This card is all about simplicity. It gets you 1.5% cash back on everything, no tracking, no annual fees, none of that. And their customer service and their app is amazing. This is probably my favorite bank and credit union to go with, hands down. I have like 4 different credit cards from Capital One from different stores. It is one of the best cards and banks that I love. Number 4 is Pedal to Visa. This one's perfect if you don't have any type of credit, you don't have a cosigner, you don't have anything. Pedal uses your banking history for your approval odds. You start with 1% cash back on everything, then it upgrades you to 1.5% cash back, and they have no fees, not even late fees. So if you miss a payment, they won't even hit you with one of those $45 late fees, which I absolutely hate. And number 5 is Discover It Cashback Credit Card. It has the same Discover points, but this one is an unsecured credit card. You'll earn 5% cash back on categories like Amazon, gas, grocery stores, but you do have to activate it each quarter. You still get the first year cashback match, which makes it one of the most highest earning credit cards that you can possibly get for yourself. So those are the top 5 credit cards that I would definitely suggest you get, but we have to talk a little bit more into depth as far as what credit is and how it can really ruin you. This is a very serious topic. A lot of people get credit cards when they start out and they start buying things from every store that they go to. That is not something that you want to do, because it'll eventually catch up to you. You'll eventually just start making the minimum payments, and you're going to get yourself into so much debt that it will take you years to climb out of. Please listen to me when I say this is not something that you want to play with. A credit card is something that you need when you're responsible, and you have to build good money habits in order for you to even want to apply for one. Because if you apply for one and you have very bad money habits, that is only going to put you in a very bad position to where your credit score is going to tank because you're not going to be paying your bills. It'll take you years to build it. Once you miss a late payment, it stays on your credit for the next 7 years. Yes, we have tips and tricks on how to get those late payments off, but that's not a stress that you want to get yourself into. You want to do it right in the very beginning. That way you don't have to deal with any of that. And if you listen to these next steps, I promise you'll be set off in a good position. Use your credit card for small purchases only, like gas, food, subscriptions if you have it, and nothing else. Don't buy clothes unless you have money, and then you put that away into a savings so you can pay it off at the end of the month. Number 2, keep your balances below 30%. Once you go over that 30%, your utilization starts to drop your credit score if you're using your credit over 30% of what your limit is. So if you have a credit card for $1,000, you don't want to keep your balance at $300 and up. You want to keep it lower because, again, once you keep it over $300, then your credit starts to drop. And that's a topic for a different video. So like and subscribe, hit the bell notification. That way I can talk more into depth as far as what really drops your credit score. Number 3, always pay your balance in full. So once you get the bill at the end of the month, you want to pay it off completely. Don't do the minimum payment, just completely pay it off. So every time you swipe your credit card, you want to take that money, if it's in your bank, and put it into a savings account. If you have the cash, then take the cash and kind of put it away, and then that way you have the cash in hand or in your savings, so when your bill comes at the end of the month, you're not left scrambling trying to find ways to pay your bill. You already have it. Don't want to use it freely as if it's money that you already have, because it's not. Number 4, monitor your credit score with apps like creditkarma.com. You can go to Experian.com. I talk about that in my other videos. And then that way you can monitor your credit and see exactly what's hurting you and what's helping you. Make sure that you're not missing any type of payments and that you're keeping your credit clean. Once you do all that, after 6 months, apply for a different credit card, another credit card, and then you can start upping your utilization and building your credit in a more positive way. You have different credit mixes, and then that's definitely going to help you. If you follow those steps, I promise you'll go from a 0 to a 700 credit score in less than a year. And if you missed the payment, then like, comment down below, subscribe, because I'm going to be sharing tips and tricks on how to get late payments and how to clean up your credit if you already made those mistakes. If you already made those mistakes, don't feel bad, because there's ways that we can help you to clean it up and get those negative remarks off of your credit score, or essentially your credit bureaus. There's definitely ways to do that. So if you found this video helpful, hit the likes, subscribe. It helps out a small channel like myself. If you have any questions, comment down below. Definitely hit me up on Instagram. You know, we talk about different ways to build your credit, talk about financial freedom and how to escape the rat race and set yourself up for a better financial future. That way you can thank yourself for tomorrow. And until next time, love you guys all. Peace.